Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Priiliyah, and welcome to Trueandauthenticpodcast. Consistency, we love to see it. Well, without further ado, let's get straight into this episode. But first, welcome to the podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, and welcome back if you are returning back. We are on episode 7. Let's see. Yep, we are on episode 7 of season 2, How to Boss Up, and in today's episode, we will be discussing on upgrading your lifestyle and how to do it, how to obtain an upgraded lifestyle, and how to achieve it, how to even start. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel, and let's get straight into it. So this is actually a great episode to start on for me, just because I'm literally living it, and anything that I preach and talk about on this podcast, y'all just gotta know, like, it has to be. I can't just speak life into you or pour out and preach if I'm not living up to the same words that I try and give out to somebody else, or the same advice that I try and give out to somebody else, and I'm not living proof of it myself. So yes, it all just starts with pouring into you, and literally I feel like that's all I've been discussing, because this is a self-development and growth podcast. I just had to. So upgrading your lifestyle, it all goes back to step 1, which is envisioning this lifestyle that you want for yourself. Grasp it. Take a good look at it. Gots to, envision the life that you want. Get a clear vision of it. What does this lifestyle look like? Who do I look like? Who am I in this lifestyle? What are the things that I do? What are the things that I like? What are the things that I enjoy? What are the things I have discipline in? What are the things I do on a consistent basis? What are the things that I don't like? What are the things that I do like? What are the things I tolerate? And what are the things I don't tolerate? The list goes on. Envision all these things. Do you want a new car? Do you want a new house? Do you want a new dog? Do you want another... Pause. Because I don't want any kids. But, it could be anything. It could literally be anything. So with that being said, step number 1, envision the life that you want. You could do anything and be anything in this lifetime. Why not live up to your fullest potential, or the greatest time? The greatest change of your life. It could start now. It could start today. If you're struggling and you're just wondering, how am I going to do it? How am I going to get it done? This is your sign right here, right now. I'm telling you. Okay. So with that being said, once you have that envision, you have to plan it out. Plan, what does my daily routine look like? What are the steps necessary for me to get this and that? Nothing's free, and nothing is just going to be handed to you. This is not the life. That's not the life we live. And if it was, that would be crazy. I'm glad that we live in a world and a society where we have to work for the things that we want, because how can we grow as an individual, So after you plan everything out that you want, you plan it out step by step. And I really mean intentionally plan. Be intentional with the things that you do. Everything that you do in this life, be intentional about it, because the results are going to be clear. They're going to be very clear. And whatever it is you were doing in that time frame, oh well, see, now you're going to see it for yourself. So whatever you do, be intentional about it. Be intentional, because this is your life. This is your life. You either want better for yourself or you don't. You either just want to be stuck of where you're at, or you actually want to grow in such a capacity of where you reach new levels and new places and new areas, positions that you never reached before, that you never touched before. But because you started pouring into yourself, you started actually investing in yourself, you started actually doing what it is that you should be doing, which is loving yourself. At the end of the day, I feel like if you're not doing something for yourself right now, you don't love yourself. You don't. But just because you don't love yourself and you are struggling right now doesn't mean that you can't turn the situation around for the good. See, I had problems of where I would struggle with self-love, of where I couldn't accept myself. I would just start thinking of all these insecurities about myself that no one else really thought about me. Things that I struggled to love about myself, people loved. But even if it's something that you struggle with, something that you don't like, something that you want to change, take action. If you don't like your current body, You're going to have to get in that gym. You're going to have to work out at home. You're going to have to get those steps in. You're going to have to start eating right. You're going to have to start drinking a lot of water. You have to start doing something. The life doesn't just come to you. You have to go to it. And with that being said, vision, plan. Next comes action. So we can't just sit around just doing nothing. Can't just sit around just thinking this life is going to come, thinking and dreaming this life is just going to come out of the goodness of God's heart, because God literally said, faith without works is dead. If you're not doing anything to get towards the life that you want, then you are setting yourself up for failure. Every day is a win, but the second you give up is when you fail. The second when you don't do anything for yourself is when you lose. Literally speaking, okay? And there's just so many, there's so many moments in life of where things can go up and down. Things could be something, it could be a challenge, it could be a struggle. But at the end of the day, you have to decide to wake up and choose yourself. And before you take action, I want you to remember your why. What is your purpose for doing this? What is your reason? Do you want a better life for yourself? Do you want change to happen? Do you want to see a new version of yourself? Do you want to see the best version of yourself? Do you want better for yourself or do you not? The question is simple. You either want better for yourself or you don't. Okay? And so when we take action, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Take action means just to do, get to it, get straight to work. And when I envision the life that I want, there's not much talking into it. There's not much distractions. So anything that you feel like could be a hindrance or less help and support towards where you want to be, you have to start cutting and start setting limitations in your life towards people, towards work, towards areas and situations and old lifestyles, that you once had. And I feel like for the most part, if you're trying to upgrade your lifestyle, there are certain things that you're going to have to start cutting out of your life and leaving in order for you to get to this other life in your life, okay? To get to this other life, you have to leave what is old and what is in the past so that you can become new, something new and something great. Not to say that what you have isn't great, but what you have is good, but we could be better. And so with that, I just feel like once you implement all these things, and I just feel like it always just comes back as the same thing, but literally upgrading your lifestyle, it starts with you. Upgrading your lifestyle starts with you. And once you start creating healthy habits for yourself, these are mine: working out, eating clean, skincare on point every day. When you look good, you feel good, and you start to do good. Literally, once you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you could literally do things to the highest capacity. And I don't lie. So don't take it with a grain of salt. Just take the whole cup, okay? This is knowledge. These are little gems that I'm pouring out for y'all. And once you upgrade your lifestyle, like once you actually see it in action, like flex on them. Don't do too much because, there's a crazy world we live in. But, you could just let them know like a little something. You ain't got to tell all your business. And once you're in the process, before you even get to that level of success and result, we do want to be quiet on the creek. As I said in my previous episode, if you haven't, go tune in. You don't want the process to be noisy. We don't want it to be all noisy and loud. Let the results make the noise, and then everyone, well, not everybody, we have our haters, but those who really support and really rock with you, they gon' congratulate you. And once you do all these things, you're really gonna be happy for yourself. You're really gonna be proud of yourself that you invested this time in yourself, that you were consistent. Consistency is key. You can have results. You can have very terrible results with being inconsistent, but being consistent, that's a game changer right there. Being consistent with everything that you do, and be intentional. Remember, be intentional, be consistent, and just keep persevering. Literally, I love that word, persevering, not stopping, not giving up, but keep going again and again and again and again until you are where you actually want to be. So I hope this was actually good. I feel like this was a good episode, and I'm cute. Look. Literally just a girl. Okay? So, I'm gonna do my biggest one for y'all. I love y'all, and I really appreciate the support. I'm so excited to drop more gems, and I'm so excited to finish the season. We have one more episode, and we are gonna be starting season 3 soon. So, yes, I'm so excited. Love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.